Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set!
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, Lunch. No other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own branded news from right here inside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week for your listening and viewing pleasure. Welcome to the show today, everybody. It is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, April 25th, 2017, and you better watch out for that sombrero rabbit out there because he's looking to eat your tacos. I tell you.
We'll do something with it. I will say that we do have a new character on set today, and it's Harry Johnson, and he is awfully horny.
Yeah, he is. He's very horny out there.
It's an impressive rack he's got.
It is. Well,
he'll do a lot of things for a buck. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like scrotum.
Scrotum works for $5. Yeah, scrotum's not
That's a long time.
So we need 4 more of them. 4 more Harry Johnsons.
You need more cheap labor. That's or sheep labor, as that people call it. Yeah, he's got a bordello down there, and he uses sheep labor. Yeah,
Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
With something.
Well, anyway, how's everybody doing? Again, it is Tuesday. We are a couple days ahead of release 41 here, and that's coming out on Thursday. And, of course, all sorts of interesting stuff coming up. And, of course, the new Outskirts are looking pretty hot. One thing I know I can say, because we've seen some previews of it.
We've seen preview pictures. So,
and, of course, people are running around talking about it now. So, great work out there by our own list. And again, some nice stuff coming. That's all I got to say. But in the meantime, we have some really cool updates. You want to do the stand-up and then we'll roll into Chris? Or do we want to start, because Chris has been really active and he updated his stuff since yesterday.
Okay, there is something brand spanking new on the stand-up corner, but we'll talk to it when we get to it. So that'll be good conversation.
Good.
It'll be good.
You're going to interpret this new thing? Is that what you're going to do?
Yes, we will. So
something like that.
Don't forget, stand-up corner is where the devs say, hey, worked on this yesterday, I'm working on this today. Something random gets written down. And then we get to interpret it the following day. So this is Monday's stand-up corner. Remember, today is Taco Tuesday. So over in the art department, Bob the Builder.
Cult of Bob.
Working on
Or
bugs.
Jose, as we like to call him on Taco Tuesday.
And the Village Inn was done.
Woohoo!
Wow.
And he's working on impressive chests.
D cups.
Is Brittany getting a lift?
And Damon was working on
Aldrin.
Uranus.
FX.
Uranus.
Uranus? Uranus? Fletch.
Granny Anus Triple X. That's right.
A lot of ass and anus going on out there.
Hey, that's going to make a reappearance in as far as the ass.
It's a big hole,
So,
people.
so I said Fletcher.
Big black hole.
Fletch lives.
Working on bugs.
Bug.
And he's trying to figure out what is a weapon with
I
weapon
don't know.
concepts. I don't know. What is a weapon? Is this
What is a paladin?
a weapon? They poke you in the eye.
It is.
Sonic screwdrivers.
Poke.
I have the Sonic Sporks somewhere. Oh
There
my
you
The
go.
God.
Sonic Spork.
Yes.
That the one that spins around and has all the little.
It doesn't spin. Loot Crate didn't send out like the spinny one. They just send out the plastic with a cheap metal spork in
Oh,
it.
well, that's no fun.
I know. It could have been. It could have been better. Could have been better.
That's what she said.
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin Wells.
And working on the bugs.
Bug.
Almighty Gix Vargach. Matt.
The bug dance. The bug dance.
Bugs.
Bug.
And dances.
Dances.
With
Y'all
wolves.
done a dance?
Dances with wolves. It's going to be a
Dances
3
with
hour
wolves.
long dance that will put you to sleep easily.
It'll be epic.
Mhm. Reed working on bugs
Bug.
and equipment decorations.
Yay.
For those of you keeping up with the home game, that's 4 bugs in a row. Hope you've taken 4 shots.
That's
Oh,
right.
5 total so far this morning.
Yeah, don't put it down either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're slacking there, Aries.
Yeah. Beezus
The bees.
working on furniture
Bees, right?
recipes.
Good.
See, he's building gingerbread houses, and he's trying to build the gingerbread furniture to go along with that.
But gingers have no soul.
Oh, I can't deny that.
I like
really
to
can't.
eat the ginger.
Well, I like to eat some ginger as well.
Ginger man, you like the
Hair
ginger
pie
man?
is a great thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Marianne on the side, you know.
Little Marion on the side.
3-hour tour. Something like that.
Yeah, I'll take a 3-hour tour of that.
I'll take a
buddy. No
3
problem.
hour tour of that. As well as he's trying to reshape some book covers and patterns. Sea Wolf
Yay.
Sea wolf.
working on the 6th shot of the day with bugs
Bug.
and Highvale Outskirts cabins. Damien
Damien.
working on bugs
Bug.
and map planning and review and quests.
And they got him right into the fray. New guy.
Yep.
Damien Filetto.
Notice I didn't say NFG. Dan the man
Dan. The man.
working on Player Towns and the fall live stream and bugs.
Bug.
Sanyo working out on the forums and player documentation and bugs, and Solace
Bug.
Bridge is upskirt. See, he was passed off the upskirt from list, and so that's where you've got to get more than one man involved. This is a multiple man job here for Solace Bridge's upskirt.
Need a couple guys to get that skirt lifted.
Yeah, you gotta keep it up and keep it fluffy.
Oh boy.
The fluffers are on the set.
Fluffers.
Yeah.
Cheap, they're cheaper, right? Good labor.
I tell you, you would know.
Lum the Mad.
Lom the perturbed.
Working out on Artifice. Sorcerer Steve. Working on number. What is
Bug.
this? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
think it's
7, 8. 8th shot of the day with bugs.
No, 10. 5 in artists, and then so far, you got 1 for Chris, 1 for Damien, 1 for Keith.
Yeah. That would be 9.
And wait a minute, I'm missing 1.
Bug. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Either way, just drink, people, drink.
Just drink.
Yeah,
Just drink.
turn it up.
Just hold the 5th in your hand, right?
Too many shots in order to
Oh, and 1 for Dan.
count. Yeah.
Just be like Bob. Just keep 2 bottles of Goldschlager in front of you.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, Dan's working on it too, and Keith's working on it. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll
So it's
get
10.
to this eventually.
It gets better.
And we got 1 more right here, right?
Yeah. List. Our energy vortex himself working out on Solace Bridge outskirts. Resources. He's trying to make sure that the petticoats are all in place.
Like a junction at this
There's
junction.
some rocks out there.
Petticoat
and-
junction.
as well as play testing and bugs.
Bug.
That's 11.
Over in tech,
What's up, Geeks?
Bobby
Little Bobby Thompson.
working on
Fair
bugs.
Bug.
Are you
And,
drunk yet?
and he's making sure that the hamster is still going with the server automation. Eric's working on bugs.
Bug.
JY
GY. Chicken finger and fry.
Burger King.
That's what Geeks had for lunch.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for someone to come up with the KY stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
you know, it did down there on that biscuit. I've already got the biscuit shoved down my throat.
We passed that juncture up. Working on the magic movers and localization. Wizard Smoke.
here.
Thanks.
Working on blacklist item names and bugs.
Bug.
The Deathbringer one and only. Working on bugs.
Bug.
14.
Burning Toad.
The burn. It burns so
He's
much.
trying to localize things and decoration bugs
Find that localized burn.
15.
Bug.
and builds.
Build.
Tassalo. Web server updates and web store refactor updates and localization. And it's time to sneeze at some point in time.
Yeah, I got to talk about that a little bit when we get done with that.
What?
Store refactor. There was a email I got, and when I went to follow the email, post was gone.
Don't know, Chuck.
Never mind.
And it was like, there's been an update to the store, folks, and here you can find the information. And
That's it.
Yeah, I did not receive that email, so I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, because you don't subscribe the way I do.
I'm aware. I do not follow every single forum thread like somebody I knew.
That's how you find out about the good stuff when it's missing.
Yeah. So our useless overhead group has been combined with QA
Ooh,
and customer service.
The production management QACS. I don't know, man.
I
I'm
know
getting
it's
confused.
it's going to be a little weird with
Gonna add a little BA and a little ASS and a little TIT.
It's going to be a little bit of everything with NFG Andrea Vineyard.
Andrea Vineyard.
Oh
We
yeah,
got a new name on the
NFG,
list.
new fucking girl.
New girl. That's right.
She's setting up and
Oh,
training
so
QA.
that's
Oh,
why I got it. That's why
Setting up and
it's
training.
not an FG. Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm a little slow today.
Setting up and training.
See, you didn't do any pre-reading today.
I
And
did not. No.
And localization
I told you.
coordination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I unplugged my hard drive because I thought I'd save power tech call before the show today. You know,
That was
So it
fun.
slowed me down.
The technical difficulties is a gene in your family, which is pretty funny.
Self-induced. Self-induced, folks.
The Dippy Bird. I'm
The
waiting for you.
bird.
You're typing it.
I know.
Everybody's heard about the bird.
Oh, yeah.
It hasn't worked in like 4 days.
Yeah, working on bugs.
Bug.
He
16.
informs. Gorn.
Fucking feeling it by now, people.
I hope so. Hopefully you're feeling nothing by now.
But by the time we finish, hopefully you'll be feeling your pillow. That's for
It's
sure.
like, I can't feel my face.
Huh?
Working on his red speedo with the general business
Business.
Mhm.
and quest
Like it when Gorn is
Metrics.
working on business,
quest metrics.
making that money.
Like, how many people have actually completed this quest? How many people are?
I don't know.
actually
We're
questing?
from America. We don't use the metric system.
Quest? What quest?
No.
Does anybody
Imperialists. Damn imperialists.
use first person?
Yeah,
One
Barrick
of
is
those
trying
questions.
to do a weekly update and release 41 store preparation and community and live stream. And Hutch is working on bugs and playtesting.
Bug.
16.
The Attenwood is sanity testing and hardware setup and forums. And hey, you know what? This is how you localize test.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, someone decided to follow me. And they unleashed the present. Woohoo! Oh yeah, that felt good.
The present.
Oh yeah. Lord British. He's hanging out at Comic-Con while he's giving some Comic-Con talks and general business and playtesting, and he's writing some bugs.
Bug.
Yeah, are you going to be able to walk later today?
No, it's 17. I'm lost.
I'm surprised you're still keeping count. I lost count after what, 5? It's like,
Yeah, well.
hey, Chaos
Drink
You
working
don't
of
have
your
a shot
shit.
glass in front of you, that's why.
I do have a plastic cup, and there's no telling what's in it.
Yeah, but
The real question is, how old is this plastic cup? How many days have I used this?
Ew.
It is a plastic cup, so it could
It's got
could be
green fuzzy shit in the bottom of it. Oh, don't worry. That just helps keep it moisturized. It's
That's
fucking.
just-
Never mind.
That just adds flavor, man.
that's protein. Come on.
Light cream.
That's a natural filtration
Creme.
system or
Creme
something.
de la creme.
It's penicillin to get rid of all the other shit I got in.
Hey,
me. What?
Chaos is working on store updates and new decorations and a release 41 reward data.
Woohoo.
Yay.
We got
Serafina.
data on the rewards. Serafina has finally got some female company in the office.
Well, except when Brecken shows up. I mean, customer service.
Well, but Brecken would only be part-time. I said, yeah, this girl's getting a computer and everything, so it looks like she's going to be full-time office. Yeah,
Competition there.
right. Unlike Gina, who would telecommute from Alaska, you know, it's still not the same having, you know, somebody in the office full-time,
I know. She's also
especially around
regressing
these guys.
in forums and working on some newsletter questions and answers. And last but not least, Dark Star's working on the weekly update and Jira updates and release 42 schedule and release 41 forums post. And that's what our days were
Useless
looking
overhead.
yesterday. Yay.
And that's what the devs were working on.
Yeah.
It's like 2/3 of the devs are working on bugs. That's awesome.
Well,
That's
that
right.
is the days before release and the days after release. Everybody works on bugs.
That's it.
And that makes
Now,
the
of course,
NB&M drinking game so much more entertaining.
Yeah, and again, yeah, usually, you know, the Thursday edition of release is usually one of the most fun ones because the day before release, that's all they're working on is bug, 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 bug.
This is the bring a full bottle to start with. days.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Like I said, start with 2 bottles of Goldschlager and you'll be okay.
You'll be a happy man by the end of it. And don't forget to bring the bunny costume as well.
Yes, gotta bring the bunny costume. You gotta watch out for those bunnies, man. I'm telling you. Sombrero bunny's gonna steal your tacos if you don't watch out.
Something
We're gonna build a
random
wall.
will happen. So you ready for
Anyway,
For Chris's update?
Moving right along. Yes. After we, of course, finished up with Chris was back at it yesterday. And gotta love all the notes in his new blog because it's really keeping us up to date with what he's focused on, which allows us to delve just a little bit deeper into that world of what the mechanics are that are happening behind the scenes these days and what is taking priorities and what he's specifically, again, focused on at this point in time. Now, yesterday, I believe he was like Body Slam. Was Body Slam what was added afterwards up there?
But no, that I think that was the last one with the Body Slam, so it can be used when rooted. That was the last one.
That's what I thought.
Blue Blooded is now in line with Fireproof and Well Grounded at 0.25 points of resistance per point. And he added Blue Blooded to the 100% XP reclaim of Untraining for Release 41, as well as a conditional option to require target by another player. What? Conditional option to require
I didn't get
target?
that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like...
We have had this as a formula option, but not as a valid target option. I did not quite comprehend that.
What? We got targets now? What?
Well, we have an option for a valid target, but we didn't have it as a valid target option. I don't. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I have no idea.
That language, me no understand. That's right.
I have a target option, but it's unusable.
Anyone not wearing pants is a valid target.
Hey, there you go.
That's what the ladies say.
I love
he is changing pickpockets to be player only until they have a system in place that feels meaningful. And right now it just gives you a virtue hit and lets you do it while they stare at you, which I believe he's talking about NPCs. And
Gotcha.
Shield of Crystal can no longer be cast on pets. Cast on pets is probably what he's probably talking about.
2,
1. Rage Thread. And he added Shield of Crystal to the 100% experience reclaim on the untrained list. And why the fuck? Why did I get a bug to remove sun resistance from Celestial Blessing? It's a magic school. I just put it back, and thanks to BDF for pointing that out and calling me on it. And he fixed the tooltip for Douse to only show the newer value for the first resistance. And the most important thing that he did yesterday that is very, very questionable, he removed ass from the Necklace of Civility's dictionary.
He removed some ass. I mean,
why would you take the ass out?
What do you want to remove some ass?
I know.
Move it around, yeah, but you don't want to remove it.
Yeah.
Now, that was just what he added from yesterday's, and of course today's list is
also
crap.
We also have a ton of stuff for today. It was Superhero Day at daycare, and Maxine, his 3-year-old, went as Batgirl, and one of her classmates went as an astronaut because he said that astronauts are real superheroes.
Woohoo!
Hashtag hope for our future.
Make Richard proud.
Yeah, I'm still wondering when people are going to realize that it's not a hashtag, it's a $sign.
Thank you.
Tic-tac-toe board. I don't give a crap what you say.
What?
You don't say press hashtag on your phone. It's press sign.
It's a tic-tac-toe board, and I don't care what you say. Before it was a $sign, before it was a fucking hashtag, it was a goddamn tic-tac-toe sign.
And they're not X's and O's. They're hugs and kisses, right?
And what happens if you step on a line? And what happens if you step on a crack?
That's right.
And sticks
Break
and
your mother's
stones
back.
may... What are you talking about there, Laz?
Cheesy 80s songs, I tell you.
Hey,
Step on a crack, then you snort it.
Whip it.
Whip it good. Okay, so today he is working on the Meteor Shower should now affect players in PvP. Previously, he was just working on creatures. and fix the.
What is this meteor shower?
I don't know. I would have to divulge some UA secrets, so I'm not allowed to talk about it.
I don't know. What is this meteor shower?
Is this a new spell? Is it a celestial
like a
event?
shower?
Is it? What could it possibly be?
Is it anything like a golden shower?
What might be?
Maybe where Led Zepp stands there and pelts you with rocks. I don't know.
We'll find out on Thursday what this meteor shower is.
That's right.
Those are kidney stones, damn it. He's getting them out.
Dead.
Is that what it's called? A meteor shower when you pass kidney stones? Well,
Ouch. And they fixed the Night Marshal's winged helm to not break set bonuses, and updated the confusion fields to not affect dead players. Oh, damn.
ooh, yeah, that would.
I'm waiting for a whole set of a skill tree and powers, all just for when you're dead. Ghost powers, phantom powers.
Yeah.
Now, weren't you the one who asked a question about why ghosts can't walk through doors?
Yes.
They should be able to. Unless they're locked.
Especially at control points, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they're locked, if there's like some magical ward of locking on it, like whatever, like they're proper locked, yeah, that's cool, that's fine.
Now, of course, again, as I pointed out to you the other day, that's to stop cheating. If you could just walk through a control point, you would walk into a control point, loaded down, die, walk through all the doors, walk out the other side, and you can travel on your merry way.
And then, as I pointed out, then in that case, we need to have corpse runs, and whenever you die, all your shit's left on your body where it died, and you got to go back and go get your body.
I dig the idea, just like the
that
old
is something
UO.
that they actually discussed many times, that any resources harvested in a scene, if you died in that scene, would remain on your corpse.
That's EverQuest old time, man. Yeah,
That's right.
Hurt big time. Corpse recovery.
But some of the best fun I ever had in EQ was whenever I had to go on a crazy ass corpse run.
Unless your friends all log off, then you're fucked.
Yep. I remember not having anybody there and watch stuff just poof.
That's my favorite part of UO. Gotta go hunt my shit
watching
back.
the monsters loot all your stuff piece by piece. Yoink, 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 yoink.
Just remembered.
Yeah, that was always funny. As he also updated the Kabbalists not to affect, or their spells not to affect corpses either, or dead players. And
players.
He fixed all artifact instruments to be easier to use. Don't forget there are some still on Shroud Marketplace. They were only attempting to recast one time every 20 seconds, and if you weren't busy with a note right at that moment, it waited another 20 seconds to recast. Now it will check every 5 seconds, and the buff will last 30 seconds. Note, many of these do not and will not help the user. For instance, the Fleet Flute and the Stealth Instrument do nothing for the guy playing them.
So, what's the sense?
Well, the Fleet Flute would be great in a party, but it's not great for the player because while you're playing, you're still walking.
So, the guy's got to march into battle literally with an instrument in his hand, and he gets no buff for helping everybody else, and he's the major target. That makes a lot of sense.
Hey.
Yeah, whenever I sit up, trust me, there's your effect.
No wonder why Schroeder charges so much, I tell you.
Yeah, well, that and it's like it's generally the freest kill, so it's the easiest one to take care of. So, riposte is going to be a useful skill at some point in time in the very near future, and it's set to only train and give defensive bonuses when the attack hits something. Also, riposte will only be giving defensive bonuses to the first attack, and that has been changed to all attacks for the duration of the skill, so it's going to have a skill timer, and it will be deflecting damage throughout.
So we're going to be adding that to the remove list for 41 also, then.
Let me get my lawyer and read this contract.
What contract?
Fuck. Sounds like a contract you read.
It's
Have to
something.
sign this shit.
I don't know what it is. So the skill will likely get some real love soon to make it more compelling. Starting the long slug of setting
I
data
didn't think
so
it
that
was
they're
compelling in the first place.
well, he's trying to actually make it compelling finally. So
Not from that descriptor, but anyway.
More.
well, by
compelling.
changing it so that way it's actually blocking damage over a time period versus just one hit, actually makes it more compelling.
Well, it will only train when you hit it, so you can't train against a dummy. So training now takes forever. Yeah, don't get me started here.
Hey,
Don't get me started.
that's the entire skill gain, and there's an entire forum thread dedicated just for that. And
I
a survey.
understand that.
Starting the long slog
We'll talk about the
of
survey.
setting data so that they are more accurately blocked by cover. Also fixing the getting hit by a spell after the target has moved behind a wall issue, and this could take a while. And he finished a survey of 400 plus runes were done, and all appropriate skills and spells should now be blocked correctly when the target goes behind a wall or gains cover during casting time. Yes, that means that you should be more able to accurately jump behind pillars to avoid fire bolts, etc. Many skills and spells were set wrong for damage flags, so were not receiving cover bonus. That was now fixed. And what do you want to say, Led Zepp?
I said, what a concept.
Hey, making
Go
cover
on.
actually work.
What's the comment? Go ahead.
I can't focus
So
on
if I go around the corner, the fireball from the freaking kobold mage isn't going to like go magically around.
What
the
he's
corner.
telling you is
Yeah,
when
no,
you
you
see
turn
that
it.
dragon rearing its
Fireball.
ugly head to cast fire breath at you, you can run for cover before he casts it and not get hit, is what he's telling you.
Yeah.
What a concept.
Yay!
That's a good thing. I'm not
things to
knocking this. Yes, exactly that, Arius.
Good
Is
thing. Good thing.
if you see the mage casting, if you can cover before he gets it off on you, you should not get hit. That's what
Yay.
he's telling us.
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. That's good. I'm
Because
not
if-
knocking that.
Because if
Love
I go
this.
behind a corner, I can't cast shit at him, right? You know?
Yeah, we know where you go back in the corner.
Get back in the corner.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
He's having a
Yeah.
little fun back there in the darkness.
Your
It's
head
doing
on.
something.
Doing
Then also that. Whoa! Wait!
Wait,
Wait!
but
Wait! I clicked the back button on accident. And let's see. Blah 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 blah.
Oh boy.
Many skills had flags corrected to be properly blocked, parried, dodged, touched, flummoxed, and the most notable was double thrust. First attack could be blocked, dodged, or parried, but the second attack couldn't be defended against. Lots of others were fixed as well. Gaia's Heart can now be used in either hand, and improved the Opportunity Strike. It is a strike of opportunity at the person's back. The window for use after dodge increased, and damage on bonus hit raised from 1 1/4 base or times the base to double damage, and still bypasses armor.
Wow.
And-
Okay.
Fortified defense is now fixed. It was actually working before, but was only versus very limited
see, there's
category of
been an
attacks.
update since
I
even.
know, 15 minutes ago.
So-
yeah,
So that makes it like a crit hit, and if you crit while doing that, you're doing quadruple damage.
it's a crap ton of damage.
Yes, that's
double,
amazing.
double the base. So is that quadruple?
Yeah, that would be quadruple on a
Okay.
crit, because it would be double that.
Very interesting. And fortified defense, the last.
Fortified
Latest
defense is
update.
now fixed. It is actually working before, but Only versus very limited attacks, and it should work if within 1 to 2 seconds of being critically hit by any attack not flagged as a magic type.
And that's what the Dippy Bird's been up to. What are you up to there? You got glitter tits on the line there? What's the story?
No, I am removing things from my hand.
You're
yeah.
removing
What?
some super glued glitter from your hands? Is that
I thought you were checking your. I thought you were checking your blood sugar or something.
No, I did something, and let's put a piece of. Yeah, I probably found it somewhere.
We don't want to know. We don't want to know what you're doing.
No, that wood under the skin is never fun.
Oh.
Well,
When you wait before you sand it, man, I tell you.
Gotta do something with it.
you gotta buff it a little bit.
So I am removing some splinters.
Playing with his wood.
Excuse me.
Jack's
But,
playing with his
It was a very woody weekend.
Hey.
So anyway, I was curious. Again, Tesla earlier, there was that note in there. And again, I got an email for those folks who don't know what I do is every time they put out a new forum every month, follow bug tracking, all that, I go and I follow the forum, tell it to send me an email. So anytime anything new is posted, it comes in and as an email. Whether it gets deleted or not afterwards, I still get the email. So a lot of times I'll click on links to explore something and there's nothing there. Happens mostly when I'm looking up prices for stuff and people sold it and they removed their post. But this was interesting because there was a post by Barrick about the store being updated and new stuff added, and then mysteriously it disappeared. But apparently whatever Taslo is working on isn't quite finished yet then.
Well, we do know things like the new Village Inn are going to be coming into the store, so...
The new Village Inn.
Yeah.
Now there is
What's that?
something I've been waiting for a long time here. And,
What is it? What is it?
Well, what is an inn?
I have no idea. Never heard of it. What is this inn that you might be talking about?
I know. He's so used to sleeping in the barn, he barely knows what a house is. So.
Oh, okay.
Zep, you know it as a hotel.
Yeah, there you go. The hotel. You know the place where you go and you don't want a sheep and you want an actual woman? Yeah, that's more like an inn. Yes,
The hotel.
where you're going to have loads of rooms to become an innkeeper and actually put your own inn on your lot. So the Village Inn will fit on a village lot.
How many
At least
rooms? How many rooms?
Huh?
How many rooms?
We don't know. I'm going to assume more rooms than anything you've seen before, though. That's for sure.
8 rooms? Should be able to fit 8 in a lot.
Why don't you look at a village lot? Yeah. Is it 1 story? Is it 2 story? Is it 4 story? You don't know yet.
You can make it like a 4-story double row house.
High-rise.
Is it a Motel 8 or is it a Hilton? We really
High-rise
don't
Village
know.
8. Yeah, that's what I want. Village Inn. High-rise.
This
6
thing was
stories.
just finished yesterday, so hopefully we will see an appearance by Thursday into the game. So anyway, moving right along.
I'm looking for the new home that was listed on the...
Listed where?
I think there's been a few additions recently to the store that aren't marked.
Oh, really?
Well, because we have a wooden stone 2-story guard tower village home. We have a stone 2-story keep with corner turret village home.
Yeah, that's not new. I don't believe.
Okay.
The keep, yeah, the stone turret. Yeah, let me look at that. I believe that came out a while ago.
Yeah, I don't remember us ever discussing it.
It came out with a whole bunch of other stuff.
There's a lot to keep track of there.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the specials right now, there's 41 items on special, for crying out loud.
Oh, I'm aware. I am aware.
Yeah.
I am
But,
very aware.
the greenhouse homes, the Viking homes, all this, nothing really looks new there. And again, I don't see anything marked as new.
Well, other than the flag that says there's one new item.
$560 for an airship. They're killing me.
Oh, here we go.
Killing me.
Blow them up.
Putting the airship on sale. Yeah, now the only new ones I don't remember covering, and we did, I think, was the pirate ship homes that were out there. The new water homes.
We covered those a long time ago.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the last ones I remember covering. So,
yeah.
At the Obsidian Tower home, $300. Interesting. Anybody wants one? I'll sell you one cheaper than that.
I have one up on Shroud Marketplace for cheaper than that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I'll beat whatever Jack's price is.
Jeez. Horrible.
Nope, I don't have mine up for sale yet. Too early, man. Too early.
Smalls, killing me.
Wow.
What do we want to talk about?
The Star Citizen one is only 320.
Yeah. We have anything else for the good boys and girls?
We have all kinds of stuff.
Most likely. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have release notes, so that'll keep us busy for today. We have any gripes, complaints, comments, wish list items that people see coming that they want to comment on before we hit into the calendar?
I just want to remind people that with the calendar that tomorrow, EVL's tournament, that NBNN will be covering that event live.
Wayne Klotz will be out there, right?
That's right.
Covering the EVL Virtue League. We'll have to get that on the calendar so people know to tune in and watch as well. Very good.
And that's what the kickoff of season 6?
Yes, kickoff of season 6.
I was gonna say last week when you were covering that, you had season 6 up, but they had season 5 listed on there.
Yeah, it was pre-season 6, the end of season 5, because basically season 5 was over. Most of it was a meeting, so it was setting the rules for season
6.
Right.
Gotcha.
Now there was a final tournament though that happened at that event, a single fight that happened as the final playoff though, after all the meeting, and there was an Ultimate Champion for season 5. So that was kind of during this time frame.
So
but the official kickoff
5?
Season 6 is tomorrow. Sorry, what? Oh gosh, now you're asking me. Was it Corpor? Maybe. I think it was Corpor.
Ah.
Now, if everything goes as
Alexander
scheduled,
John says list.
Lady Jade may be coming back on Thursdays to give us the rundowns of what happened if Wayne doesn't recall them from the night before, and give us latest updates on the rule sets and all that good stuff. So, all sorts of great stuff happening here on NBNN. Of course, again, Tuesday before release, a little quiet, bug, as you can hear out there.
I know what you're talking
And
about.
these guys, bug.
Now, half of those people are putting in new bugs, and the other half are taking bugs out.
Gix is putting in more new bugs than he's taking out now. And list actually comes up, and Alexander John took first place, Corpor took second place, and Core took third place.
Excellent. Thank you, List, for that.
List Rosoff. That's right.
Amazing what 82 fucking GMs will do for you, huh?
Yeah, I tell you. Well, he's not allowed to compete like that, so. But I saw him out there actually playing around, fighting and sparring with some people while they were setting the rules last week as well. So don't be surprised when you see List out there. List does go out there and does hunt and have fun and test and play with the good folks and out.
I was talking about Alexander John, not List.
Oh well,
He's got
never mind.
He's got like 80 something.
But if you run into List out there, don't be surprised. You more than likely have a little fun while List is around running loose in the world.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. He impersonates a GM, that guy. I don't know what the hell this is.
I know.
Yeah.
And some asshole reported him for impersonating a player. I don't know who that would have been.
Impersonating a player.
Yeah.
List is graphics, right?
See,
Is that right?
he's been designing scenes.
Scene design.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
Level
Please
design.
continue. Please. I got a complaint though. The hell happened to my arms on my wizard outfit? It's just gone this release.
Leave
You
us,
see
man.
the little
It's
mage
got nothing to do
patch?
with
They
that.
detachable now.
man. Summertime.
I thought I saw a note that those came off and on now.
Well, I don't know how to put them on because they're not there.
I don't know.
Skills.
Let's go ahead and start wrapping this up for Tuesday.
I don't know how to.
I don't know how.
He doesn't know how to rap it, people. This is the problem with women. He's gonna have lots of
That's why
kids.
he's pulling splinters out of his
What's it
hand.
mean to read us out? What's it mean? I don't understand what this means. Read us out.
Read us
He's
out.
looking up to it.
What?
Who said read us out?
I don't know.
Oh, read us out. He's talking about Brian.
Okay, so
I
community
got it.
calendar. Don't forget that you need to go out there on your electronic device. You need to download the NBNN app on your phone.
The NBNN
The
Shroud
NBNN
of the Avatar
app on your phone.
That's right.
You need to get that sucker out there, and it's got all the great links that you need to make your Shroud life much easier, including links to Soda Map, Shroud Marketplace, Hospitalers, videos. You know what? A certain lunch show. It's got all kinds of things.
That's right. Listen to our podcast daily through the app. You can listen to other shows on the radios. You can watch help videos, all that great stuff.
And you can find that pretty lame thing called the community calendar that's hosted by nbnn.info.
Free. That's right. You can even get the community calendar.
Yeah, and if it is way too difficult, you can always go to that website called nbnn.info, click on the calendar button at the top, and then go to the community calendar, because Laz has aggregated all the public calendars that he has been able to find, or people have said, hey, add my calendar, because
Hey, dude, put my calendar up there.
they sent
I wanna
emails
show my
to
stuff.
news@nbnn.info, and that guy eventually decided to add things to it to make it the most comprehensive community calendar that I know of, because I don't look at any other calendars.
As far as I know, it is the most comprehensive calendar we have out there right now.
So don't forget also to send all those fun pics that you weren't supposed to share with other people to nudes@nbnn.info. So that
And then
way
we
you can-
combine the two and send
that
it out
guy,
as a
he'll
full
sell
printed
you-
calendar.
Subscription real cheap, monthly.
yeah.
He'll forward all those right on to you.
Some things just can't be unseen. Okay, so don't forget, on the community calendar, all times are Central Standard Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia time.
Dude, Britannia time.
Yes. Today at noon, 6, midnight, around the clock, 2 idiots interpret the news so you don't have to. Idiots. On a show called Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Lunch.
WRFB.
WRFB, Radio Free Britannia.
And don't forget to tune into Desron Gaming on Twitch for the Tech Talk Tuesday, led by Violation and Chris.
Talk Tuesday.
At 2 p.m., Sean Silverfoot's hosting the Paxlayer Town Manager Hour, If you're interested in PAX Lair or any of its borough of towns, you can go talk to Sean and say, hey, tell me about PAX Lair, and he'll give you lots and lots of answers. At 3 p.m., the EVL Guild is hosting their Euro Dungeon Crawl, which starts on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head on the overworld map. Contact Wintermute Offcoff for more information there. At 7 p.m., EVL is hosting their second dungeon run of the evening. That's also starting on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head, and the dungeon master for that one is going to be Zenny. If running with EVL isn't your thing and you'd rather join the Jade Dragons, you can join them for a dungeon run of Chilblains Compendium of Pain and Suffering. It's like listening to an episode or two of Lunch with Laz and Jack in a row.
Yeah.
And not being able to turn it off.
Nope. And the volume's all the way out at 11. That's with
It's a nightmare.
Dungeon Master Mal Hari. At 7 p.m., you need to tune in your ether amplifiers to WRFB.
WRFB.
For the 70s at 7. At 10 p.m. this evening on Avatar's Radio is Temper Tantrum Tea Days. And at 10 p.m. on WRFB is The Record Room. And that is our community calendar for this April 25th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar. That's right. Just as long as you're not avatared, boys and girls. And even if you are, just don't be a dick. That's right.
Don't be a dick.
That's right. And of course, with that all said and done, we're going to remind you about SodaCon Austin 2017. NVNN is a proud sponsor. And of course, if you need the latest, and of course, I know there's people out there asking for updates. We are still well into 6 months out on this, folks. And I'm going to state that here. We are still trying to get people to make sure that they've got their tickets and stuff set up, because without ticket sales, venues are going to be harder to get. So the more ticket sales we get, the quicker we can get a venue set up and get that information out to everybody. Otherwise, again, there was some talks actually about something about some Castleton thing or something, but again, it's all speculation at this point, so I don't want to be blowing what might be a secret. Oops, did I already just do that?
Yes, all secrets.
Yes, so we don't know if that's actually going to happen yet, whether one of the days is going to take full advantage of use of Castleton. But there's a lot of things still in the works for SodaCon. So,
Don't leave a mess for me. That's all I ask.
What's that?
Don't leave a mess for me. That's all I ask.
Yes, no, not at all. We know how the property needs to be taken care of, and of course, we're going to be doing this during a time when the Barons men are out there as well. We're trying to incorporate this all into one big day, because part of the SodaCon adventure is going to include a night out at the Barons men. So we're trying to sort of shortcut it and have people there at Castleton for the day's worth of events and stuff, so that they don't have to pick up and leave from a hotel and make the trip later. We'll already be there, and then we do the Barons men and all that good stuff. So cat's out of the bag on what we were planning. Whether we actually pull that off or we get the permission again is it's in the works. So
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Otherwise, then we still have to book a venue for 2 days if that doesn't go through. So again, we're still 6 months out, folks. I know people want to book airfare and hotels. And again, let me ask Jack, and Jack will probably give us, is there a preferred area in Austin? I mean, are people safe to get a hotel anywhere in the general Austin area for this event, regardless of where it's held?
Whoa. You probably want to find a hotel near the convention center, especially considering there's going to be drinking involved.
Okay.
And there is no Lyft or Uber. There's only the super expensive Austin variants of 2.
The taxi cab.
Taxi, the old fashioned.
If I may interject here, I did want to point out with you saying tickets. I do want to remind everyone that this is the you've got less than 48 hours, people, if you want to buy into the R41 raffle tickets for lots.
Oh, very good. Yes.
So this is your last chance, guys. Get out there, and because a lot of people forget about that. There's only one place anywhere, but there are still several POT that are going to be going out this
How many
run.
tickets are up for raffle this time around?
I think it's
I thought it was
total.
like 10. Huh?
I think it's like 30 total.
I don't even think it's that many. We'll have to look into that for tomorrow's show.
It's insignificant.
Right.
Yeah, well, I don't see the waste of gold, but thank you for the public service announcement. And of course, while this... What's that?
And the reminder of the raffle.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The reminder, public service reminder for folks who may want to get in on that.
Struck by lightning.
While all that's been going on, I've got our sponsors been rolling there, and I'm sure Jack's just given up on that one. He just lets them roll and sits there and shakes his head. And
yeah, I shake my head because it's all timed based off of the time that we agreed, and then it's like you're all over it.
Well, if it would start the way it used to start and finish the way it used to finish without me having to dick with it, I would have a much easier time. But that's neither.
Yeah, it's kind of like the fact that you just killed like 5 minutes on.
Yeah, well, I had 5 minutes to kill. I don't know if you realized that or not. So,
no, you didn't.
That's right.
You didn't have those 5 minutes.
And of course, again, trying to get this all synced up every day is becoming a pain in the ass. I think we're going to have to make some changes there as well. But of course, we want to thank all the folks who do sponsor the show out here. I'm not going to run through them all today like we usually do every day, because he's right. I didn't actually have that whole 5 minutes. I only had about 2 of those 5 minutes. But yes, of course, want to thank the good folks over at Grimy Traders, the BMC, of course, sodamap.com,
Auchenshire and Markham Farms.
Auchenshire, Markham Farms, that's right, WRFB, and of course, the folks over at the Shroud Marketplace. And of course, Shroud Marketplace, again, I still can't get over the fact that you sold some teleport and recall scrolls the other day. That's just fantastic.
It's by far the most awesome thing ever, because anything game related can be sold on Shroud Marketplace. And I don't know if you've checked out the site today, but just listed 2 million game gold. There's also the Fleet Flute, Looting of Discordant Nodes, Loot of Inspiration from Dread Pirates Gold. The 2 million of game gold is actually by, I believe it's Yankee is the one selling that. So, I mean, there are over 40 different vendors that are players that have put their items up for sale on Shroud Marketplace, and they manage their own inventory. They put things up, they take things down. And so sometimes things come and go.
They sell things really fast.
They sell things. Like that Metropolis that was there the other day was sold. Don't know what you're talking about.
Bye-bye.
Gone bye-bye. So,
what did that sell for? 55, 58, something like that?
I'm not telling you how much that sold for. It's between me and my checkbook.
Yeah. You already told me.
Yeah. Too late.
You told the whole room earlier.
You just don't remember. That's the problem.
That's right. Anyway.
Jack's buying lunch.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But meanwhile,
don't forget, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything game related. And if you want to list your items up for sale on Shroud Marketplace, just register for an account and then click on vendor registration. Put your store name there, which you plan on calling yourself, and then make sure you've got your PayPal information set up. And then you can start listing your items on Shroud Marketplace. Anything game related.
Anything.
Gold, services, anything. And looking at the
Teleport
time,
and recall
teleport
scrolls.
and recall scrolls right here.
All sorts of goodies. I
And
love shit.
don't forget, it's also time for us to thank the most important people around here, and that's you guys. Thank you for watching
That's
out on
right.
Twitch, YouTube, joining us in Discord, which you are always more than welcome to do.
You guys.
Yes.
Big love.
And
Yes,
listening
big
on
love.
WRFB.
WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. That's right. That's going to wrap it up for us today, folks. Thank you guys. We love you watching out there, joining us day in and day out, coming into the studio, giving us your input. We have loads of fun here, and we hope you keep coming back for more. Again, tomorrow, hopefully, if Starr gets those notes out, we'll be bringing you the latest for Release 41. Otherwise,